Say 90 days, what was a small win that you've had on your creative career, on your creative path? The reason I ask for a small win, and you can put anything if you got it, if you want to leave a comment, go ahead and leave a comment here. I love reading these, but I'm asking for small wins because honestly, a lot of the coverage, a lot of the focus, a lot of the attention will go to creators that are doing like massive stuff, right? A creator breaks, the Russo brothers break the Titanic's record for most funding in movies, right? Or a creator comes out and sells a whole ton of comics, or a crowdfunding project blows up, right? And we all look at that and we get excited about that. But I got to tell you, in every single one of those cases, those big things, those big celebration cases, there were hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of small micro wins that led up to making that big win possible. And I believe that if we don't stay focused there, don't stay focused on the next win, the next win, the next win, even if it's small to us, that we'll never actually get to those big, massive wins, all right? Because we won't have the confidence to go for something bigger, all right? And so that's why inside of my masterminds, inside of my courses, I'm always celebrating wins with creators. And I wanted to share a win and an example of a creator that took a small win to him and has continued to snowball it. And it's very exciting and it's very inspiring. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I want more creators to have more small wins. That's why I'm doing a new Kickstarter launch masterclass on Thursday. It's coming up very soon. So definitely sign up if you're interested in sort of learning some tools and some tips and some strategies to get a public win that you can build on in the form of a Kickstarter project. All right. And if you're not sure what a Kickstarter project is, how it can help you, why you should do it, jump over to comicslaunch.com/Kickstarter and find out some more details, and then hopefully sign up and register and join us. But I want to start today by sharing the story of Nathaniel Gold. Now, Nathaniel Gold was someone who listened to an episode of the Comics Launch podcast that I did back in July of 2018. And as soon as he got done listening to that podcast, he was like at work and he had to go in the other room and leave me a message on the voicemail line for Comics Launch. And what he said was, thank you so much. Your podcast on the Kickstarter inspired me to finally roll up my sleeves and make this thing happen. And because of it, I'll be launching my first Kickstarter, my first comic book as a Kickstarter. All right. Now, I get a fair amount of voicemail. I get a fair amount of emails from creators, and a lot of creators, they tell me about what they're going to do, and then I never hear back from them. Nathaniel, though, that wasn't him. And in fact, just a week later, he was good. He was as good as his word said he was. A week later, he launched The Chimp with the Brown Hat. It was an 18-day project, a $500 goal, which was well within the Kickstarter style project guidelines. And what Nathaniel did is he just took action and he launched. He did it in just a week. All right. So talk about not spinning his wheels, not putting up a lot of barriers to launching. That's what Nathaniel did. And I got to tell you, like, the project was not an instant smash success. You may have expected me to come in and say, and he launched and then he got 100 backers the day one. No, that didn't happen. But try telling that to Nathaniel. Try telling that it wasn't a success to Nathaniel. And his attitude was spot on and awesome from the very beginning, because this first update to his backers on July 13th, the day he launched, like near the end of the day that he launched, was expressing gratitude and thanks for getting his first 2 backers, right? Now, you might be thinking, 2 backers, what's 2 backers going to do, Tyler? 2 backers not going to do anything. That's not going to do. Like, if you have had 0 backers ever, and now all of a sudden you take action and 2 people raised their hands and said, yes, I want that. That's how it all starts. Everybody starts with 2 backers, right? So he got his first 2 backers. A few days later, he posted another update. We're over 50% funded. All right. This is amazing, right? And now, again, he was only trying to raise $500. That's $250. But for someone that's never done this before, and for someone that was putting up all these artificial barriers and reasons why he shouldn't be launching, this is life-changing. This is game-changing. What was pretty awesome is by taking action, by designing a good Kickstarter page, by following a lot of what we teach in Comics Launch and elsewhere, his project was named a project that Kickstarter loved. And then just a few days later, it was actually fully funded. And by the end of the launch, Nathaniel Gould's The Chimp with the Brown Hat #1 had 54 backers pledging $977 to bring that project to life. All right. So pretty cool. But what's even cooler is the attitude that Nathaniel had and how he processed this. Because I can tell you, there are some creators out there that if they launched and they only got 54 backers and they only raised $977, that might be enough for them to completely throw in the towel and say, you know what, this Kickstarter thing is not for me. It doesn't work. It's a waste of time. It's too much work. And they bail and they go do something else. All right. But that wasn't how Nathaniel took it. Here's how Nathaniel took it. He shot me a voicemail again and said, well, Tyler, now I'm on to bigger and better things. This has given me the motivation to complete the 4-issue arc and to put out the trade paperback, which will be my next Kickstarter. Thanks. So I was happy to hear from Nathaniel. And again, Nathaniel is someone that just puts his head down. And when he can finally get clarity about where he's going and what he's doing and what he has to do to make it happen, everything, all the doubt, all the confusion, all the lack of clarity, that kind of goes away and you just put your head down and you get to work. And that's exactly what Nathaniel did. And we'll see that just a few months later, The Chimp with the Brown Hat, Volume 1, the first Banana Western, his collection, it had 85 backers that were now pledging $2,716 to bring that project to life. Again, this thing is all relative. If you compare Nathaniel's project here to the biggest projects from the biggest creators that have launched on Kickstarter, it's a drop in the bucket. But if you compare it to where Nathaniel was a year before, it's pretty freaking amazing. All right. And so I want to invite you and encourage you and empower you to start adding more small wins to your life, to your world. And I do believe that a Kickstarter style Kickstarter launch is one of the best ways to do that. And so if you're someone that has been finding all kinds of reasons why you shouldn't launch, why you can't launch, why you're not launching, and yet you still know that there's an audience that you want to reach and a story you want to tell or a product that you want to make or something that you want to bring into this world that deserves to be there, a Kickstarter launch could be just the kind of thing that you're looking for. And I would love to have you join us in the training on Thursday. Now, two things. This training is not free. All right. I love putting out free content. I enjoy putting out free content. But the reality is creators that invest are the creators that end up taking action and making things happen to a much higher degree than the people that just consume, but don't necessarily take action. And so there will be an investment to take a part in this class. The cool thing is, though, is that I'm not going to tell you what the investment is. You're going to decide. You're going to go over to comicslaunch.com/Kickstarter, and you're going to put in whatever value you think you can get from this course. It's a pay what you want model for this course, for this week only, for the first time that I deliver this content only, because I wanted to open this up to a bigger audience and do it in a way where there's really no resistance and no reason why, if you want to launch one of these things. And if you think my insight, my strategies, my tactics, my experience working with hundreds of creators on hundreds of launches could help you maybe add 10%, 20%, 50%, 1,000% to what you would do otherwise, then it's a no-brainer. You should jump in. You should join us for this training. It's going to be on Thursday. It will be live between 4 and 5:30 thereabouts, PM EDT. But if you can't make those times, don't worry. You'll get a full recording of the entire training. You will also have the ability to submit questions in advance so that I can make sure that I weave them into the training, and you'll get access to this going forward. So again, best deal possible. Next week, the same training will be $99 minimum. This week, it's up to you. You can pay whatever you want. Come join us. Come learn this stuff, because I truly do believe that if you can master this skill of being able to go from idea in my head to rally an audience behind it, to launch on Kickstarter, to getting it funded, and to getting it out into the world, that's really going to change the game for you. And it's going to snowball things for you like it did for Nathaniel, and like it will do for so many other creators, and has done for so many other creators. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you at that live masterclass. comicslaunch.com/quickstarters, where you get all the details for that. And I can't wait to see what you launch next.